Happy Wednesday! Here on the Maker's Gonna Learn YouTube channel.
Oh my gosh, and our last official live in the studio.
Alicia, why do you do this to me?
I have to bring you guys along with this emotional journey with us.
So, we have been in this office since 2021. Mm-hmm. The only office you've ever been to.
Yes.
I used to move offices is like buying a new pair of shoes. I used to move offices every year, and then I was in this house that was awful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It had it was amazing, but it was just not it was not great for what we do here. It wasn't cohesive. We didn't have this beautiful studio and all this beautiful grid, and it was a nightmare.
It was a house you were trying to use as an office.
Yes, and it had been an office before and it had been a house before, so it had been both. And when we found this place, I was like, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. And to reflect on 2022, how many years has it been? 4?
Yeah, it's 2025 now,
so
4 years.
4 years, y'all, at this beautiful office. Mm-hmm. It has served us so well. Mm-hmm. We have loved it. It has been so much fun getting to be at this space. It is now half an hour from my house because I did move very few months after moving here.
Half an hour from my house too because we're practically neighbors.
We're neighbors. Yeah, I actually moved in here in April of 21, and then I bought my house in October.
Yeah.
So pretty much the entire time we've been here, I've been like, oh my gosh, it's such a commute and it's so far. And this side of town used to be like the it side of town. And now
the west side
the other side is more the it side of town. So anyway, 4 years of this beautiful office, and I know none of you care, but
some of them care.
Some of you care, but to make it a big deal, I mean, we are so grateful for the time being here. Mm-hmm. We made this space so much our own. We redid the walls, the ceilings. We ended up taking an extra bay. The amount of innovation that's taken place here.
Beautiful backdrop. Y'all, they were asking for getting a new backdrop. I said this may be temporarily at our new spot.
We haven't decided. Yeah, I still love this set, but I always love seeing a new set come together.
And it's fun to make one.
Yeah.
So Courtney has been working hard. Courtney is like the interior designer, so she's been working hard on the new studio.
Yeah.
She's making a moss wall. So I've been trying to vlog some for you guys.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So we went and they're working on it now.
Yes.
So hopefully once it gets done, we can give you guys a tour.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. We're gonna probably do a live there before we get officially moved in. Mm-hmm. Our new craft room is probably the most epic space.
Yeah, it's very
nice. So fun. It is everything we want.
Big windows.
Yes, and we bought it. We bought the building, so it's Maker's Gonna Learn owns it. We have one tenant, which is an insurance agency,
Super
and
nice.
They're crafters. They're crafters.
Yeah, she's crafty.
Yeah, she's crafty. So she makes a ton of t-shirts and has a heat press and a whole operation. And we're right across the street from Starbucks.
That's Tanner's selling point right there.
We're all closer. I say we all. Me and you are a lot closer to home. And our kids.
Poor Lauren.
Anyway, poor Lauren.
She's gonna have to drive.
She's driving, but she loves. I will tell you, one person loves their car. Lauren.
She's gonna drive.
And she's got a great car. I don't know if y'all know this about Lauren, but Lauren's car, when you get in it, it plays raindrop music.
Oh, like her sleep sounds?
No, it instantly plays it, built in.
Like.
Yep, as soon as you turn it on.
I've never known. I have been in her car.
Oh, well, they got this automated. Anyway, it's very meditative, very relaxing. I got to drive her car. I had the pleasure of driving her car one day. It was amazing. So anyway, our last studio live.
I know.
Oh, thank you guys so much for being a part of this beautiful office. We're excited for our next one.
Make new memes. We're gonna make new memes.
So much fun. I'm so excited for our new space though. So it's gonna be awesome. So yay! Oh my gosh. Okay. That speech is over. What are we making today?
Okay, we are making a wedding sign. Now, we were calling it a DIY wedding banner, but y'all, you could use this for baby showers, bridal showers, birthday parties, and change the fonts and stuff.
For sure.
But this is something that has been so trendy for the last few years, and I feel like it's such an easy Cricut DIY.
Yes.
Y'all don't need to be paying a bunch of money to make these. If you got a Cricut, you need to be offering to make these for your friends and family because they're so easy. But Lauren is actually helping kind of coordinate a wedding right now. Or
is this for the wedding?
This person, no, but the one we're making today, she's going to actually use for her bridal shower.
So fun.
So definitely something that you can just whip up in an hour or so. If we can do it, you can do it. And I think you guys are really going to love this.
Now, at April here at Makers Gonna Learn, every single year, I dedicate 2 months out of the year diving into teaching people how to sell their crafts. And we are hosting the Etsy Effect. 8 days. We have sold so many tickets. Y'all, it's a full house.
Yeah.
You do not want to miss this conference. It's $27. It's a one-day conference. We've never had a one-day conference.
It's a big deal.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
There's 4 amazing classes. One with Ashley Falco, who's a guest. She's coming revealing how she hit 6 figures with her Etsy shop.
She's amazing.
Using a Cricut, and making over $1,000 a day on her Etsy shop. Like
I did not realize
I didn't either. And she's incredible. So she's pulling back the curtain. Her class is incredible. Sadie Lewis, we're putting front stage. She's coming to the show to reveal how she created 600 cells in less than 60 days. So incredible.
Yeah, seriously.
My class, don't be sleeping. I'm kicking us off with the state of Etsy in 2025.
Okay.
The opportunity is better than ever. And then we're gonna go over 5 shifts and roadblocks that you've got to overcome to allow the Etsy Effect to happen for you.
Yes,
so
very important.
It's gonna be jam-packed. I have been doing pop-up trainings in the Facebook group. The training today alone was worth the cost of enrollment.
I haven't watched them, but I feel like I should.
Today's was so good, Alicia.
Yeah.
If you are someone that's on the fence, if you have a thriving shop, if you're ready to go to the next level with Etsy, today's training alone was so good. So as soon as you buy a ticket, you get access to all the prep work. I'm sending the workbook out tomorrow.
Okay.
We're getting a full workbook, and it's long. It is good. It's thick. Because there's a lot we're covering in the prep work and the post work. So good. Then you get 7 days of access to watch the conference.
Oh,
So you got 7 days to watch it, consume it, and get to work.
Okay,
It's gonna be
I love that.
So if you want to come, $27, grab your ticket. If you have it, let me know. We're so excited. So yay,
Super exciting.
love it. Yay, Kelly was there. Awesome training. Thank you, Kelly. Love it, love it, love it. This project would be perfect for you to make and sell on Etsy, locally.
All day long. Because a lot of people just don't know how to do it, but y'all are going to know how to do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, should we jump? Should we do it?
Let's do it.
Let's do
it.
Okay.
Do it.
Here is the sign. Isn't she pretty? She's huge. So this would be more for like at the wedding. You could hang up for people to take pictures by. I think this would be really cute. It could be a welcome sign. It also doesn't have to be this big. But y'all, we are literally, this is just like an ivory colored fabric from Hobby Lobby. You can kind of get whatever colors you want. We have hung this from our our camera grid, but you can easily build little like metal stands for these.
Can I tell you my hack?
Yes, tell us.
So my hack, go to Walmart, get the clothing rack. That's what we did as like a very cost-effective, simple way.
And you can cover the bottom with like decor, like greenery or something.
Yes, put candles down there, some greenery. Yeah, you could definitely do that. That's an option if you don't want to hang it. I've actually made one of these for someone who was proposing, and we did something similar. To have like a wire rack.
I'll say I made one, and for our wedding, we did PVC pipe, and we painted it copper to look like copper pipes.
Of course you did. You're so extra.
It fell over though, so if you use copper piping, make sure to get the little nails that go in the ground to hold it up, because like you don't want it to fall. And it's already going to be blowing in the wind, which is what makes it look so ethereal and like magic and, you know, all that stuff.
So good.
So anyways, this is what we're going to be creating. You're not going to need a whole lot of materials, which is the best part about this project. You're going to need to get you some fabric. Measure how big that you want your sign. The one we're making today is 36 by 43 with some excess, because you're going to want some hanging on the back here. Okay, you want it to kind of hang over the back. Ours is only hanging over the back here about 6 inches, and we've got it pinned up with little clips, like little, I don't want to move it because it's going to fall, like sewing clips, you know, instead of using pins, people use clips. That's what we're securing it with, but you can use safety pins or whatever. And this is just an off-white, okay, really pretty cotton fabric. You're going to need whatever color vinyl you want. We are just using black honestly, black and white is just such a good, safe color choice for weddings in particular,
so
because
incredible.
yeah, you can add whatever color florals you want to that, and you're not like, you know, committed. And then you're gonna need some fabric scissors, a measuring tape, and you need a mat. Now you can do this on a 12 by 12 mat, and actually the one, if we go to the share screen, this is the design that we're gonna be creating today. But I may not even need a 24-inch mat for this one. If you're doing something that has a welcome that's this big, obviously this is not gonna fit on a 12 by 12 inch mat. You would have to slice it in half, or like only cut the OME and the WELC like separate, because it won't fit on the 12-inch mat. So you can use 12-inch or 24-inch. It's gonna depend on the size of your actual sign. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into Cricut Design Space.
Yay!
So we are gonna be creating the sign as a 36 by 43. So I'm gonna always start with my base size. So what we're gonna need to do is come over to our basic shapes, and I'm going to make a square the exact size of what I'm wanting for my sign. So I pulled in a square, and up here where it says size, I'm gonna unlock this little lock right here. So you see how it's unlocked now? We're gonna make the width 36, and the height is gonna be 43. Beautiful. And then I'm gonna change this to a guide. You can either change it to white. You can do it either way. You could change this to white, or you can just change it to a guide, just because we don't really need any color or anything behind it.
Love it.
Okay, beautiful. Now, we need to go get our fonts. Let's talk about fonts for weddings. I think it's going to depend on like the vibe of the wedding, first of all, but if you're wanting to work with font choices that generally people are using, the two fonts that we're using today are going to like be very trendy. If you're wanting to create these to sell, or if you're wanting to create one to put on Facebook and say, hey, I'm going to make some of these if anybody's in the market for something like this, like however you intend on selling it. If you're unsure about your font choices, Estuary and Harvey are two really good fonts. Also the font Bridget. This font right here is Bridget. This is Estuary.
I love Bridget.
Bridget is beautiful, especially big like this. It looks so good.
Now, is Estuary also the font for Rebecca and Timothy?
Yes.
Okay, it's just bigger. So
this
notice
is
it looks
not,
a little...
but yeah,
okay.
These are Estuary, just bigger.
Love.
Yeah, it's such a classy font. And then we're also going to be using the one on share screen that Miss Man is in. That is Harvey, and this is a newer font for Makers Gonna Learn. Okay. Yay. So what we need to do now, we've got our base shape in, but we need to go get our fonts. So let's go to makersgonnalearn.com. This is where all of our fonts live, and we have so many to choose from. Let me log in real quick, and we are gonna look for Harvey first. Now, if you download a Maker's Gonna Learn font today, or if you've downloaded one in the last 2 months, they have MGL in the front of them when you download them. I'm gonna show you what I mean by that, because before, when you would download a font, it would be downloaded as the name of the font, but you wouldn't know if it was an MGL font. It would just be, you know, it all kind of populated all together. But we're gonna download this Harvey font. So click this little down arrow. It's gonna pop into a zip folder. And then we are going to double click on the font and hit install font. It's on our computer now, okay? What we need to do is go back to Cricut. We're going to save our document, okay? And then we're going to go view and reload. This is going to allow Cricut to pull that font into its ecosystem now. And so it knows, okay, this is here and I can use it. All right.
Woohoo.
And then Estuary we already have, because we use it literally all the time.
If you are a member and you have not got that font, like, oh my gosh, you're missing out.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, go over to the left side of your screen where it says T for text. We're gonna click that. It's gonna open up a text box. It's gonna be tiny because this sign is huge. I'm just gonna stretch this really big, and then we're gonna zoom back out. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and type in man. I'm going to hit Command A. That's going to select all the text in the box as long as you've double clicked on it. And then we're going to go to fonts. Now, if you are looking for your font and you are in the Cricut area, it's going to say no results. And you're going to think, oh, I thought I downloaded that. Well, you did, and you did it right, but it's living in your system fonts. So go to your system fonts. This is where all of your downloaded fonts will live. You can type in Harvey, and it's going to bring it up. But another thing you can do now is you can type in MGL, and look, every MGL that we've downloaded in the last 2 months is living right here. So that's going to be really neat for you guys if you are downloading fonts. I wish we always had this, but this was like a big project for us to get done for you guys. So that way you can just go find your favorite fonts like right away. So anyways, let's do Harvey, and we're going to click that. Okay. And then I am going to, so this is for Lauren's wedding thing that she's doing. And Lauren is very particular about how she likes things to look. And that's what I love about Lauren's like aesthetic. She just has a view or a vision.
Yeah.
And so she wants this font to be a little bit thinner. So a lot of times we'll show you guys how to make thin fonts thicker, but we've never shown you how to make them thinner. So I'm about to show you guys how to make this font thinner. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see over here, it's just a little bit thinner. If I put it right beside each other, you can see. So this is how it originally comes in. Now I'm going to zoom in, and maybe not that close. And I'm going to actually make this font a light gray so you can really see what's happening. I wish I could just zoom in a little bit. That'll be good. Okay, so I've got the word selected. What you're gonna do is come up here to the offset button. Now, typically, if you wanted to make a thin font thicker, you would put it towards the right more, past this median line. You would pull it towards the right. You can see the blue line around the text is getting thicker. But if we wanted to make it thinner, we need to go to the left, okay? So this is just a little bit. Can y'all see the blue line inside of there pretty good? That is where it's gonna land. So if I hit apply, this is at negative 0.111. This is gonna give us this thin, more handwritten font. And then this is what it would look like just normally. So we'll delete the original, and then we're left with this inset font. Isn't that so beautiful?
Love it.
I love it. Okay, now you can't edit this text, okay? The inset and the offset, they turn into an image rather than like an editable text box. So like I'm trying to double click on this, you can't edit the text after that. So if you want to save a copy of the original, you can, but it's 4 letters, so you can type it out. Anyways, let's go ahead. We're gonna add in Miss. Now, whenever you are creating signs like this, something that is very trendy right now is to only capitalize the first letter of the last name, especially if Miss and the last name are on 2 different lines of text. What looks good, what people tend to like is to have the smaller MRS as lowercase. So it's lowercase, it's smaller. We really want to draw attention to the new last name because they're getting married, you know, it's like all brand new. And then we're just gonna kind of place it there. Okay, so I'm going to select Miss and the offset. I'm gonna group these together so that I can move them around wherever I want. Because right now it's like,
sometimes when you're designing and you start building stuff out, you're like, I love this positioning.
Yes.
I don't want it to move, so I'm gonna go group it together.
Yeah, grouping
So
these
good.
together is the best way to like quickly design stuff. Okay, so now we've got all of our script elements, right? Now we need to add in our text on the side. So I'm gonna open up a new text box. Let's zoom all the way in. We're gonna make it big. This is the one we're using the font Estuary for. So
If you've not downloaded it, get on there.
yes, go ahead and get it downloaded. It's Estuary. Here it is, MGL Estuary. Look how beautiful this font is. So good. So we are going to grab that text box and we're going to type in let's celebrate the future.
So fun.
All right, cool. Now, there's a couple different things you can do here. So you can see that this is justified to the right. If you hear someone say, what's the justification? That would be how the text is aligned in the box. So right now we have a center justification. If you justify it to the right, then all of the lines of text are gonna get knocked all the way to the right side. If we justified it to the left, they would all go to the left side. Right now we're in the middle. So if you want to change the alignment, you can come up here and we can select right, okay? And then we can shrink this down. Now, there is such a gap in between here, and maybe that doesn't really bother you all. You could keep it as is, but if you wanted to shorten the gap in between the two lines of text, something that I like to do is select that text box, and I'll go to advanced and ungroup to lines. And then now these are in their own text boxes. So I can kind of bump this up so it's a lot closer if I want to. And it just kind of gives it like a different look. I don't know that I love it that close. I'm gonna bump it back down. I do, if I want something justified to the right after I've separated the text boxes, I will select both layers. So select Let's Celebrate and the Future, and I will go to Align and Align Right to make sure it's exactly aligned where I want it. And then I'm gonna group it. So that was like 3 little mini trainings. Did you guys get
I think everyone's favorite is that making the fonts thinner.
Oh, good. Okay,
yes,
I'm glad you guys love
awesome.
that. Okay, cool. So we've got our text here. I am going to shrink it down just a hair. Let's see how big. This is at 111, and I am at, let's see, actually a little bit bigger than I thought. Okay. Now, if we want to keep this same exact text justification, I'm just going to select the text box, hit Command D, or you can duplicate it on the layers panel right here after you've selected it. And then what I'm going to do is double click into the text box, and we're going to type out Savannah's, Savannahs, beautiful, and bridal shower. Okay. Now, these are grouped together, and where I've edited the text, it's kind of getting a little bit wonky. So I'm going to ungroup them, and then I'm going to align them back to the right, and then I'm going to group them back together. Okay. Now, this one is kind of up like right underneath Miss Man, and I'm going to actually align these together. Now, it doesn't really matter because we're going to be placing these manually ourselves onto the sheet, or onto the fabric. But just so you can have a good visual of what it's going to look like. And that's it. I mean, that's it as far as designing. Does anybody have any questions? These are going to be very thin. But we're using Caesar Easy Weed, and so it's going to cut like butter.
Yes.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, so we've got everything designed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hide our square. We don't need it anymore. I'm going to group all this together and hide it. All we need are these elements right here. We're using our Maker 4 today, and I'm gonna go to Make It, and I'm gonna hit on Matte. Okay. Holy moly.
What is happening?
Oh, I hit without matte on accident. I was like, what is happening?
Oh, wow.
Okay, so everything is kind of separated. I want to talk about this. So those 2 miniature, if we can go to camera 1, the 2 miniature texts that were like on the top and the ones that were on the bottom, I want those to be really well aligned. So what I'm going to do is go out of the cut screen, and I'm going to attach those together. So let's go back to the share screen, and I'm going to attach these because I want them to be aligned exactly where they're at. Meaning if I just group them, they're going to be on the mat how you all just saw it. If I attach them, they're going to cut exactly where I want them to. So I want these 2 to cut together, and I want these 2 to cut together. And then Miss and Man, I'm going to allow to cut separately because I'm thinking it's going to start getting a little bit too big because we're at 30 by 10 right now. So we don't want to make it too big. So next we're going to go to Make It. I'm going to select On Map. Why is it? Okay, so I'm not crazy. I'm selecting On Matte, and it's putting me without matte. So now this is attached together. Miss is on its own, and then this is attached together. Why it's populating down here, I don't know. We're gonna turn it, and we're gonna pop it right here to kind of save some vinyl. I'm gonna turn this one as well, and we're gonna put it there. And look, we've already saved ourselves a significant amount of vinyl. Okay, beautiful. Now, the other one is gonna cut on its own. That's the big mama right there. And then this one we're gonna cut right here. Honestly, this could almost cut on a 12-inch mat by itself, but we've got a 24-inch mat, so we don't have to do that.
Woohoo!
Okay, select continue. My maker 4 is on. We've got a blade in, and it's gonna try to connect to the machine. Now I'm using a pretty brand new light grip mat, but you'll want to use like a standard grip or a light grip. If you've got a well-loved light grip mat, it's probably not going to hold your HTV on it like you want it to. And we are going to be having just enough vinyl for this, I believe. Okay, which is good because we're about to move out. We're trying to get rid of stuff. We've been having people in here on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
tables.
literally.
Courtney's
so
willing and Dylan in there. Okay, let's talk about our vinyl. So we need to place our vinyl on here. Now, a part of me wants to cut man first because it's bigger. It's going to need more vinyl. So let's just go ahead. We're going to cover this mat. I am going to pull it all the way to the bottom left, lining it up with this edge, and we're putting it carrier sheet side down, which in this case is shiny side down. With the Caesar Easy Weed, look, can you see how shiny that is? This is the carrier sheet, so it needs to go down, okay? I'm gonna take a burnishing tool and get out all these bubbles. The less bubbles you have, the better your cuts are gonna be.
So good.
If you've got a lot of bubbles, it's not gonna be looking as nice, and it's not going to cut as nice. Now, back on share screen. So initially it's trying to get us to cut this one first. I'm just going to click down here. Oh, I see.
What do we got?
So man is 32 inches long, which I knew that because we looked at it.
Right.
So what we need to do, because I want to fit this on a 24-inch mat.
Yep.
That's what I want to do. I'm going to go back. We're going to hit cancel, and we're going to troubleshoot this. I don't want to change the size of my text. I do want it to fit on a 24-inch mat. Are you guys following me? Mm-hmm. What we need to do is slice our image in half, and we're going to have to apply it in 2 separate pieces. So I'm not adjusting the sizing of any of this, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a square, just a basic square shape, zoom in a little bit. We're going to make it bigger. And I'm going to go up here to operation. We're going to go to guide and zoom back out. Now we're going to slice this off. We're just going to slice. I'm going to slice Ann off of this. Yeah, bye Ann. Okay, here we go. So you make your square, turn it into a guide so you can see what you're actually slicing. We're going to select this. And what's happening now is I have 2 images grouped together. You can only slice through 2 layers, okay? So I'm going to ungroup Miss Man. So now it's just the offset and the square. So look, I can pull this down like that, right? So we're going to slice it, and then I'm just gonna delete all this extra stuff. And look, we have Miss and M are gonna be together, and then Ann is gonna be together.
Oh, I love this.
Yes.
Anybody can do this.
Anybody. Okay, on mat. Continue. I think that we're good now. I am going to make all these fit again like we just did. Did you guys know if you hold the shift key down when you're rotating on the mat, it'll snap? Look, hold the shift key down, it snaps.
That's such a good hack. You have all the hacks today.
I am on a hack kick today. I love it when we do simple designs like this because there's a lot of like little intricate design details that you guys may not notice that we do. Okay, look how big that M is. Holy moly. And then Ann is there. I want to fit these all on one. So we're gonna keep troubleshooting. Okay, so we've got the M here. I can put this Ann up here. Look, it fits. It fits. If it fits, it ships.
Yes.
Now we're obviously not gonna apply it to the fabric this way. But it's not overlapping. We can cut it there just as easily. And I'm not gonna have to use a whole nother sheet of vinyl. So we don't even need this mat. It's trying to tell us we need 3 mats, but we don't. So don't let Cricut tell you what to do. You're the boss. Okay, from here, we are going to go to continue. Now, normally I would say mirror your image, but Cricut now will mirror your image whenever you select everyday iron on. So yeah. And could go on the first mat. It's the same 6 one way, half a dozen the other.
Yep.
Okay, so we are going to be cutting this on everyday iron-on. If you look for heat transfer vinyl, you're not going to find it. That is not what they call it at Cricut Design Space. So everyday iron-on, look, turned our mirror on for us. Magic. It used to never do that, and everybody forgot. And then we would cut it and mess it up. Okay, I'm going to slice off my excess with a true control knife, or like an X-Acto knife.
Love it.
And we're gonna use this for our other section. Okay, and then we're gonna load this into our Cricut.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Okay, does anyone have questions?
Okay, let's go over the fonts. While that's cutting, will you just point to the fonts in the background again? Just so that everybody knows, somebody was asking that question. I love talking about the fonts. It's Estuary, and what's the other one, Alicia? Will you go back here and point at them?
Yes. This is...
Wait.
We can't cut that because I'm cutting on the wrong mat.
Oh, sorry.
This is Bridget.
Bridget.
This is Estuary. So are these.
Yes.
This is Estuary. This is also Bridget. And then the script that we're using for Miss Man is called Harvey.
Oh, that's right. Sorry,
yes.
We're using different.
We're using a different script.
Forgot.
Do you guys, anybody want to call me out on my mistake? I was about to cut our full piece of vinyl without. I was going to cut this stuff on our full piece of vinyl. We want to cut the big stuff on the full piece.
But listen, you caught it.
I caught it, so we're going to go back and we're going to select this one. We want to cut the man out first.
Everything is figure-outable.
That's right. That's right. And if something messes up, if I were to have sent that through, just hit the pause button. Just hit it one time. Sometimes it's a little delayed reaction whenever you do that, but it will pause.
So fun.
Yeah. Sizes for the fonts. This one, it's going to depend on your size sign. That's why we made that base shape, because the size is going to vary. I don't know the exact size of those fonts, but the small words on here were at 111. And I don't know what the big one was. Okay. So let's send it back into the Cricut. We're going to do this right now. Maybe. There we go. Oh, Sherry received her glitter from Little Lattes.
Yay!
Oh, that's fun.
Sherry, so happy for you. Love it, love it, love it.
Okay, here we go. I love this sign so much because they make such a big impact, and it's just minimal.
Fabric, HCV, weeding, so incredible.
Literally. Okay. Nobody has questions. This machine's about to cut this in 2.5 seconds.
It's such a great, we're loving our new Cricut. We love the new Cricut. I just want everyone else, I know we're hypercritical sometimes on Cricut. We just want to let you all know, we love this Cricut. So fun.
We do. I used the Venture last week for a project, and I was
Stop it.
I said, I've used this Venture for 2 projects, and it was a lemonade stand sign, and then they're both for Monica, my friend Monica, and for her little boy. And I was like, so I guess if you're a mom,
I was on a meeting earlier today, and we were talking about the Venture.
Yeah.
And I was like, the Venture is so incredible, but it's great for like yard sale signs.
Oh my gosh! Stop. You said that,
and I didn't think about if it was
if it was rude.
I couldn't tell if it was rude or not. I could see how it could be taken rude. I was being very real.
I mean, one thing about Tanner is he's going to be honest.
If y'all even knew who I was meeting with, it would be even funnier, but we can't say. It's hilarious. So funny.
No.
So funny.
You guys, I made a mistake. So when I canceled out, I backed out. We didn't move Ann back, so it cut out with my M. But that's okay. We're going to make it work. We still have plenty of room to cut in with this excess vinyl. So I'm just cutting around the pieces that I want to weed off.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saving all that vinyl.
Yeah, I'm going to save this, and we're going to cut Ann out of this.
So good.
Yeah. Sometimes.
So good.
When you're going back and forth like that, you've got to be really careful.
Yes, so
sometimes
awesome.
we're talking, and I'm not paying attention.
I know. It's hard. Being on camera, like, you're really managing a lot of things.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Oops. We're just going to trim this off. I'm going to save this piece and we'll cut Anne out of it here momentarily.
Woohoo.
Okay, now we are going to weed our M out. I'm going to weed while it's on the mat. This is a big old piece of vinyl. If you try to weed stuff not on the mat, especially these big pieces, it can be like kind of difficult. You will use a lot of vinyl for this project though.
Yes.
I'll say that.
Oh my gosh, I can't justify a new machine when I just unboxed my original maker after owning it for 8 years.
Oh my gosh, listen, you're gonna die though, because the maker is my favorite machine.
It's such a great machine. Listen,
it's my
here's
favorite.
the thing. If anyone's looking to justify a new machine, know that you can just, because you want to is a good enough reason. That's always good enough. Just because you want to. But if you already have a machine that works and it cuts great, don't worry. You don't have to have a new one.
Me and Lauren, like, we literally have the newest machines in here, and we're using our maker.
Yeah.
Like, not the Maker 3. We use the Maker. Those are our favorite machines.
Yeah, they're awesome machines. They're phenomenal.
Yeah, they do just the same. I mean, as long as you keep everything up to date, like, you're good.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, these newer machines are, you know, it's not like, oh, yeah, you can only make that on
This machine.
Yeah.
That is, I will say, that is one thing good about having a Cricut. Like, it's pretty much good. Unless it's like the ones that took the cartridges.
Yes.
You can pretty much use any of the machines to make any of the stuff. I'm trying not to weed out where it cut out. Look, it cut out that. Oopsie daisy.
So fun.
I'm just gonna weed all that off.
Okay, Alicia, are you ready for your Easter extravaganza?
You know it.
You host brunch?
We did brunch on Sunday with Trey's family.
Oh, was it a success?
It was, actually.
Yummy.
I made this Monsieur Croque monkey bread.
Ooh.
Which is like savory monkey bread.
Yes.
And you roll up biscuit dough. You do eggs. And I'll tell you, I made my eggs scrambled, but you put heavy whipping cream, Dijon mustard, salt, pepper, garlic.
That sounds yummy.
Oh my gosh, so good. Everybody was like, I had made 2 bundt pans of it.
Whoa.
And the first one got eaten, and then the rest of it got taken home by people.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, oh, I guess
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah. And it was the first time I'd made it too. So that's not smart. Don't do that. If you're hosting, don't make it the first time, the morning that you're hosting your event.
So fun.
It was good. And we did egg hunt. And then we're doing it again this Sunday.
Heck yeah.
I love it. Oh, also, we got a fish tank.
Stop.
We don't have any fish, but we're going to replicate the Finding Nemo fish tank is our plan.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get like all the fish from the Nemo tank.
Amazing.
We're going to get. Yeah, I'm really excited. Y'all know I'm like a Pixar nerd. Or maybe you didn't know that about me, but
Now we know.
now you know. Okay. Let me cut off this excess because I ain't trying to weed all that. And we're just going to sit this M to the side. Yep.
Love it. Guys, I think these larger projects are really fun to watch come together because then you're like, okay, now I know how to tackle it because I've watched somebody else do it. So like, this is such a great one to watch how Alicia sets it up and then weeds and then lays out her layers and then brings it together.
I think it can be intimidating because those signs do look so high end.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I don't even know where to start, but here you go.
Annette would like to know how your camper's coming.
It's looking good. I got a king size mattress topper and we've been slicing it up into like the bunk beds.
Guys, I just want to let you know that Alicia's camper layout is the dreamiest camper layout
it's a nice
anyone could ask for. You walk in and you have the master bed and then you have this like day bed area straight like when you walk in the door. Then you have the kitchen and then you have the dining table situation, which always turns into the bed, you know?
Yeah.
Super cool. And storage, lots of space. It has the pop out. And then my selling point of the camper was the 2 bunks.
Because Tanner bought it. Tanner bought the camper. And then he never did it.
We bought the camper with some friends on a whim on Labor Day weekend many, many years ago, 4 years ago. But we bought it. This is so funny. So me, Courtney, and another couple bought it. And I'm pretty sure we only bought it because it had the bunk bed. And we're like, oh, our
We can all
foster
sleep in here.
kids, well, no, our foster kids at the time, I don't know where everybody was going to sleep, but we literally had full intentions of 2 couples and our 2 foster kids camping
And
in
it
this
was all
camper.
going to work.
And it was all go work. And now we have just, Alicia has been blessed with this camper and is bringing our vision to life. I ask her about it every day.
I'm actually not bringing the vision to life, but I'm bringing a vision to life.
Yeah, you're bringing your vision to life.
I'm bringing
What do
my
you mean?
vision.
That's fine.
Courtney, I don't think it's what Courtney would have done. Well, Courtney would have made it like this beautiful.
I'm just
like,
glad to see anything.
Yeah, it's more like a maximalist, like bright. Courtney's would have been way more relaxing, probably. But you know, I'm crazy like
Love
that.
it. Love it. Love it.
Okay, so I was trying to see if we could fit Anne on here, but my vinyl comes down to the 15-inch mark. Look at my mat. So my vinyl comes down to the 15-inch mark. If we go back into share screen, it's coming down to about 16 inches. So let me maneuver though. One thing about me.
Yep, you got to make sure it's perfect because then you've got your, you got to cut it with the knife and things like that. So it is important how you're positioning everything.
Right.
So good.
Okay. I think we made it work. Okay, so everything is on there now. Okay.
Love it.
Miss is on the bottom. All the words are there. Yada yada. Let's go. Let's cut it.
Megan Irk wants to see a tour after the remodel is complete.
I'll give you one.
I'm ready. I actually am we're going to have to do a Cricut project for the camper
Oh, we
and
should
have
do.
a video
We
about it. We
should.
should make a little project and a tour.
Okay.
We need this.
My next project, I've got to make like the encasings for the mattresses, so that's really boring. But my next exciting project is I'm making curtains for the kitchen, and they're going to be old aprons. I'm taking like vintage, like half aprons.
You are.
And making them into curtains.
That's awesome.
I'm really excited. My pillows are going to be vintage scarves. I've decided I'm going to sew vintage scarves, and they're going to be my pillows. It's going to be crazy. It's like my happy place, so. Okay.
Have you booked any camping trips?
No, Tanner.
You are not going to have any place
Tanner
to
keeps
go.
asking me if I've booked any trips and I haven't.
Because I know once you are planned, this is the funniest thing. We bought this camper in September. We thought that we would have completely renovated it by the end of October.
Well, I'm the same way. We
bought it in like the end of August, 1st of September, and thought we were going to redo it in like 6 weeks.
I mean, if you busted it out, you could do it. You could do it.
We all 4 had full-time jobs.
I know.
We're literally cuckoo.
4 people though, if you guys really did it every single evening, y'all had kids.
Well, no, this is what I was saying. We would bring our foster kids here. I remember, listen, we were trying to do homework. We were trying to make sure they ate dinner and then work on this camper. It lasted like 2 nights.
That's how it's been for us. But so I'll go out after the girls go to sleep. I'll go work on it. Or yesterday, like I just took them down there with me, and I was like, y'all can play with whatever you want. Don't go out the door. And we just sat in there, and they would take the screwdriver and like nail stuff.
I love that.
And it was actually really cute and fun.
Well, it was probably a lot easier for my foster kids that were 6 and 8. They were a little bit more.
They could listen. Yeah. My
So funny.
3-year-old and 1.5-year-old were not listening that well, but they did work. It depends on their mood. You guys, you know how it is.
Oh my gosh, Donna Manning is right on the money. We're doing a sublimation, personalized camping flag for this camper.
Let's do it.
High vibe energy.
We'll do like custom camper flag, and then we'll also do a tour.
Ooh, yeah.
Of the camper.
I'm
Maybe it
vibing.
won't be a live stream. It'll be like a recorded video.
Oh yeah.
That'll be fun.
I'm vibing with this.
Okay.
For sure.
But I gotta get the camper done first.
Okay, this is gonna be a fun summer project.
Yeah, it will be. Okay, so this one's gonna take a minute to cut out. What I'm gonna do is get everything spread out, and I am going to
You need some space. If you don't have a big table, the floor is your friend.
Yes. Use the floor. I'm gonna move all this. And I need to turn my iron on. In the moving process, we've misplaced our mini easy press. We've got this one. She'll work.
Stop it.
She'll be fine.
Stop it.
I think it's the HTV Ront. No.
We cannot.
Dodo Dum. That's what it's called, Dodo Dum. That's a horrible name for a company. I swear, some of these Chinese products, they just make up a company name.
Okay.
They're like, make it Dodo Dum.
What kind of fabric are you using, and where did you get it?
This is like cotton, like your standard cotton sewing fabric from Hoblobs.
Love it. Guys, who is upset about Joann's closing?
Me.
I would love to know your thoughts. I personally, this is my hot take, I'm not surprised. I've not been a fan of Joann's. To be honest, the marketing team was mean to me one time, and I've never went back since.
Oh, I would be butthurt too then.
but I'm sad to see they're closing. But who is upset? Who loved Joann's?
Who's not closing? Maker's Gonna Learn. Yeah, take that.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
Michaels. We love Michaels. I love Michaels. I think out of all the stores to get inspiration crafty-wise, Hobby Lobby is what I go to the most.
Because it's right next door.
Yeah, it's very close. Michaels feels like such a treat to me. But if Joann's was like your hometown, you went in all the time, I'm so sorry. I know that this is a hard transition. I'm sure there'll be other stores coming in. So
they just built a Joann's in our Knoxville. That is
huge.
Gorgeous.
Have you been?
Yes.
I haven't been.
I've been 2 or 3 times. Literally one of the prettiest craft stores.
It is one of the nicest, yeah.
Their carts. The carts are nice. Yeah. They had a maker area and they had lasers.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was so nice.
Lauren and I have been having a lot of conversations about why all these like really successful companies have been folding and closing. And I believe it's due to a lot of private equity had been purchasing these companies like 4 or 5 years ago when debt was really cheap. And now, like when you own commercial debt, like commercial real estate, loans like that, they re-amortize every 5 years. Yeah. So a lot of this debt is having to be refinanced, and the interest rates doubled. So they just can't afford the debt that has been carrying, which is unfortunate because now these beautiful companies like Red Lobster, I think, went through it. No, they went through it and they're on the other side. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah.
But yeah,
sad.
so
I thought Red
anyway,
Lobster was shutting down.
Crazy.
The biscuits. The biscuits. Somebody save the biscuits.
I've only been in Joann's a few times. We're in the process of building Hobby Lobby. Yay! We love Hobby Lobby. Yes, so sad to see Joann's. We have Hobby Lobby. Yes, our Michaels is an hour away too.
Yeah, the only craft store we have close to us is Hoblobs.
Yeah, it's
and Dollar Tree.
I'm so worried about the sewing industry going forward. Joann's made us so spoiled. I'm worried many of the suppliers will not have a decent outlet. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the innovation because I think sewing is like really on an upswing. People are loving it. People are sewing and embroidering like more than ever.
We're about to start doing more sewing projects in case you're wondering.
We love it, love it, love it, love it.
Actually, Holly made one today. I wish she would bring it in here. I bet she's left. It's so
fun.
Did you see it, Tanner?
Yeah, it's adorable.
Oh my gosh,
it's adorable.
So cute, you guys. Okay, I'm just trying to weed all this off here. Because I want to weed it all, and then we're going to like do what I like to call a dry fit. And we're going to place everything on here before we iron it on. But we are like 75% of the way done. So we are doing good. Now be careful with these E's. Because the E's and the F's and the H's, they're going to be very, very thin.
So fun.
So just be super careful. Use your weeding tool. Keep it on the mat to weed it. That'll help you a lot. Also, have you guys been liking our laser videos?
Tell us what you've been thinking about our laser. We are, just so that everyone's aware, we are not using our Cricut.
No.
But we are committed to the latest, the greatest, like whatever it is. Like we want to be more open and have more education and training. So I think some people, here's the thing, while we're just chatting as friends, we know what titles and like what things get people to open videos.
Yes.
So like it does feel, I can see why someone would be confused that like we're breaking up with Cricut, we're not using it, but obviously we're here using it. So we have call out titles, but you have to really like listen and hear the video. Like if you heard my heart in the video, it's not that we're not using our Cricut, it's that we want to see, you know, what the industry, where the industry is going and like be at the cutting edge of that. So anyway, yeah, let us know what you think of that new X-Tool machine. We're loving it. There's gonna be some other ones. I have a really fun response video I want to do to our video posting. I may film it tomorrow because it was really shocking. Like, I can't believe all the comments that I got. Like, there was one outlier that's left me asking
like
questions.
An outstanding comment?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I've been trying to read y'all's comments as they come in.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So good. Okay, a lot of people's hot take on this Joann's is that it was overpriced.
All craft stores are overpriced.
Yeah.
I see stuff in Hobby Lobby that I literally see on Shein.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, oh, okay.
So funny.
And it's like quadruple the price.
Yeah.
Like they're marking it up like crazy. But that's just anywhere. Y'all, you got to be able to know how to dig if you want to ball on a budget.
So good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I follow this girl. Speaking of balling on a budget, this girl does meals from Dollar Tree, which like probably really high in sodium. But if you're like wanting, she'll do like 5 family meals for under $20 for the week. And she'll go through and like show you exactly what to get and show you how she cooks it, and she'll give you recipes. And I'm like, this is kind of legit. Like, if you are really trying to be on a budget, this is some, I mean, you can make it work, you know?
So fun.
Sorry, there's lots of weeding on this.
We love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, so fun.
Next week, Tanner will be live with you guys.
Yes.
Talking all about Etsy.
Woohoo! The day before the conference, you guys get your ticket. We have over 700 people coming. We want you to be there. It's gonna be epic. The conference is the 24th. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern, so be sure to grab your ticket. Be there. Do not miss out. 8 days away. It is gonna be game changer. I'm so excited. Sadie is taking the stage. We have Ashley Falco coming. I'll be there. It's gonna be such a great day.
Sadie has been filming videos this morning for Passive Earners.
If you're in Passive Earners, we conned her into filming with us.
She said natural. She was acting all nervous, and I was like, girl, I was like on the verge of tears when I first started filming, and like,
oh my god.
I remember one time, Tanner, when I first started, and I'm so glad you did this, but at the time I was so nervous. What did I do? You just came in here and watched me film.
Okay,
and
you didn't cry. I had one person.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
I've only ever had one person. So every time we hired new talent, here's the thing. We really practice baptize by fire. Would that be a great way to explain it? We baptize them. Is that proper? Is that how you would say, is that how you would say it?
Like
we just throw them in the fire.
Yeah, that is the way to say it.
That is, okay.
Baptizing by fire though. Straight to the gates.
Okay, I didn't know the proper. If you know one thing about me, it's that I'm not good with the sayings.
He'll use the saying wrong, and it's so funny.
It's every time. That one's got to go down in the book.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what we do. Like, there's no, like, I had a consultant once, and she was like, you know, Tanner, she said, you might want to spend, I think she said a year, like, training someone before, you know, putting them on camera or before doing this or that. And I truly believe that as an employer, as a leader, you know, whatever you may call it, that we have to hold the highest belief in people, and we get to hold space for them for where we believe they're at versus where they may feel like they're at. So that's why we do it. So every time we hire someone new, I usually spend, I don't know, it's not even that much time, but like one day filming with them or shooting with them and like teaching them like, oh, this is actually, as soon as you stop talking, you smile for a few seconds after, or like just silly stuff like that.
Yes.
But we only have ever had one person truly have a breakdown on camera, you know, prepping or filming.
Not live,
so, not live at all. No. It was more like just getting comfortable on camera. And we coached through it, and she did great.
It is stressful though. Like
it is very hard to hold rapport to a camera without someone else on the other side. Like, it's a little crazy being able to, like, it's a true skill if anyone's ever made videos.
It's definitely like something you have to learn and to get adjusted to.
Yes.
Even like it's hard for me. I've been trying to make some vlogs for you all, and
that's hard. Yeah,
hard.
it is really hard to. I think vlogging is an art.
Yeah, I agree. And it seems like it would be the easiest, which sometimes stuff like that seems like it would be the easiest is actually a little bit more intricate than you would realize.
That's true.
But it's really fun, and I love I love watching vlog style content. So we've been trying to do that for you guys.
Yeah. Love it.
Love it.
So fun.
I've only ever been on the verge of tears one time, and it was during a master class, and we were making cards. And
Wait, really?
I forgot how to do it. I just forgot. Like, it just literally left me. I'm like, I had made cards before 50 times.
Oh.
If you guys were at that live stream, you may not have even known, but I was stressed.
I'm sure they didn't even know.
I was
One time, I think the only big mistake I've ever made on a live was I'd poured, and this was a virtual conference we held. I think it was that we poured polyacrylic all over. Was not.
Courtney took the lid off to help Tanner so he wouldn't have to do it, and he lifts it up and he's like,
it just went everywhere. Just went everywhere. Crazy.
Awful. Okay, we're almost done waiting.
Love it. Wondering. So fun.
I'm actually really impressed at how we fit all this onto these.
One mat.
Yeah.
So awesome.
I love it. But you guys can see how you can use that slice feature that I showed you earlier. If you need to fit this on a 12-inch mat, you can do the same thing with the rest of the text.
Yeah.
Or even like this text was technically almost, it was like 11.75. If I had shrunk it down to 11.5 inches, it would have all fit on a 12 by 12 mat if that's all I had. So just make adjustments.
So needed. Awesome.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Donna. Congratulations on your new printer. It's adorable. It's amazing. It's so cool. It's the UV desktop. So fun.
Wait, like the UV DTF printing?
Yes. Ooh. Epson, baby. If it's the one I think you're talking about.
I want to see what you make.
Yeah, show us.
One thing about me, I love the feeling of the UV DTF stickers.
Oh my gosh. Remember Lauren's shattered glass?
Oh, yes.
She talked about that forever.
You want to know what? I saw somebody, one of y'all, because maybe it was us. One of our samples from that was at Carm the other day.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, Carm will have a bunch of our stuff sometimes. I'm like, one of y'all's making it, or it's our stuff that we're taking.
I think it's our stuff we took, Alicia.
It doesn't look like ours though.
Oh,
it looks like a remake of it.
Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, yes, Alicia having to work with the massive balloons and the popping. Yep.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
I have never laughed so hard in a live in my entire life.
So fun.
Me and Lauren couldn't breathe. We were cracking up. Sadie, I think Sadie was not here that day for some reason.
So fun.
You know, I'm actually impressed that that's all that we've done. One time Lauren cussed right before we went live, and we thought that it made it onto the live stream.
Oh my gosh, I would be mortified for y'all.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't. We were fine.
So funny.
Not that she's hiding that she cusses, but
no one would be surprised.
We like to be polite.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Two more.
We're rocking it. I mean, such a great time for such a great project. I mean, such a high-end result. You know?
It really does look. I think black and ivory just immediately makes things look more expensive.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay. Boom. So we've got our pieces. Now we're going to dry fit everything. And what I mean by dry fit is we're going to lay it all out before we iron it on, because we don't want to commit until we have fully made sure. Oh my gosh. I saw a sticker at the Dollar General. Holy crap, that was loud. I saw a sticker at the Dollar General just a couple days ago. It says, measure twice, cuss once. I almost bought it because I was like, funny. Oh my gosh, that's what we say all the time at work. Okay. I'm going to trim these little pieces up. So we're just going to cut around all these pieces. Okay. This one's going up here. We'll lay it neater here in just a second. Gosh, this font is so pretty. Look how big and grand. Okay. Oh, I was like, that doesn't look right. And then this is gonna go down towards the bottom.
Love it.
Okay. I'm going to move my scissors, kind of bring this up here.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Lovely. That's okay. We're just I'm trying to make sure that this is like the width that we want. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we're just gonna lay this right here. So you wanna make sure you're making the sign. If you need to, take like a clip or maybe even like a piece of tape or something. I was gonna say leave yourself like a little mark or something, but since we're just doing it right here, let me pick this up really quick. Okay, so we've got man. Now, lucky for us, we have a midline, and I'm gonna go back onto Design Space so I can actually see what this looks like.
I think that's a great hack.
Yeah, because you really gotta like know where everything is. We're gonna put the A back on here. We're gonna carry this right here. So Savannah's bridal shower is closer to Miss Man than the Let's Celebrate the Future. And honestly, this is not all the way in the middle. It's kind of more towards the bottom middle.
Yeah.
Like it's not, and it's gonna be hard for you guys to see. So I'm just gonna place this where I think it would go. And we're not gonna commit yet, right? We're just gonna lay everything down, make sure it's where we want it to be.
So fun.
Yes. Okay, here's our M. This is almost justified to the left side. Okay.
Love it.
Here's our Miss. Okay, and then 2. Beautiful. Then this one's probably gonna go like here. I feel like maybe I need to bring Miss Man down. I want Savannah and Let's Celebrate to be in line with each other. Yeah, so I'm gonna try. I'm kind of eyeballing that. You could always get like if you've got a straight edge, you could put that there.
Put that there like a yardstick.
Yeah, a yardstick would be great. But I am gonna move this down a little bit.
The Cricut mini press is well worth the price. Do not cheap out on your heat press.
Yeah, we love
We love the mini easy press. We just couldn't find ours today. We're using some random one.
It's packed, I think, or out on my desk. Okay. So this is kind of like down to the left. I don't know if y'all can see that from there, but this is looking pretty good.
Woohoo!
To me.
Love it.
Okay. Everything's down. Next, we're gonna take our iron and we are going to press down on our vinyl. This will be a warm peel.
So good.
Cute. Be so careful peeling this up, especially with these dainty letters. If you pull off the transfer, and it's still really hot, it'll stretch your vinyl and then it will like not go back and it doesn't look good. I'm gonna go over the bottoms of these letters. Sure.
So smart.
Okay. Feel it slow. Like I said, we don't want to stretch like on these E's and F's.
Sorry, we can't do this overhead just because of our camera angles right now. But we're on the first camera and it's perfect. And then we can probably do the Miss one. We'll do that overhead for you just here in a second. But yeah, we love this. It's so fun.
something is like melty on there, like vinyl is trying to melt. Let me just dust it off. Okay.
Awesome.
So we're gonna iron on our miss. There's like a little piece of black vinyl trying to get on my stuff. Not today, not on this pretty white fabric.
Woohoo.
And you could also change out the color of the fabrics, like if you wanted it to be the color of the wedding, like if you did baby blue and did white text, would be really pretty.
Poppin'.
Yeah. Okay. Now, these are 2 pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up the M, and we're just going to iron on the N first.
Alicia, could you move that one up so we can do that one overhead? I don't know if we can.
Yeah, we can.
Just a little. Beautiful.
Good.
Yay.
Okay. And you'll be able to tell that it's adhering because it gets these little bubbles kind
The
of
bubbles
like
are my
underneath.
favorite.
Yeah, you can see it. Y'all can't see it on the live stream, but you can see it in person. Make sure your ends are really attached. Okay. Peel this off. Oh. Just kidding. I bumped it down to the lowest heat setting with my finger. I must have.
Neat.
Yeah, lovely. No. It's a wee bit not attached, only in some parts.
So good.
It doesn't want to attach for some reason.
It's because we're using the knockoff.
That must be it. Okay. Sometimes certain fabrics
It does
will
take
have
a little
spots.
extra, yeah.
It's like, it's the weirdest thing. It won't be all of it. Just in some areas, it doesn't want to stick, and that's just like the nature of it sometimes, honestly. I have Betsy. Just don't want to pull it up too much because you don't want to melt it.
Don't melt it.
You don't want to stretch it.
Woohoo.
Okay. We did it. Now, make sure your M is lined up perfectly with your A. And make sure you don't touch. Look, take your old transfer tape. I'm just going to take like a little piece of this to cover up my A. Because you want to go all the way to the end of this M, but we don't want to iron on directly onto that vinyl because it will melt. So just take some of that old transfer tape, the HTV transfer tape, and put it over top of it. So what I'm going to do is iron this all the way on, and then I'm going to go back over it with the iron and peel it as I'm ironing it. That seemed to work the best.
Love it. Now, Jan, if you plan on washing your material, it is best to buy like a shirt that's already pre-washed is always great, or wash it before putting the HTV on here. This particular project, I wouldn't worry about washing it because I wouldn't plan on ever having to wash it. I would never, I don't like to say never because you could get it stained and then need to wash it, but you could hand wash it, things like that. So definitely consider that for your heat transfer vinyl. Great question.
Okay, so I'm just taking this heat and kind of going over it as I'm peeling it off. It seems to release better if it's a little hotter.
Love it. Do you hem the edges of the banner?
You could if you wanted a more finished look for sure. I was actually thinking that earlier. I was like, ooh, should we? And I probably would if I was using it for myself.
Yes.
Or I would just neatly trim them and then fray it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of fringe it out. Okay, last piece. Here we go.
Oh, we're there.
We're there, people.
Woohoo!
Last live stream in the office.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited for our new space. It is literally such a fun setup. Like, we cannot wait to show you the tour. We have a huge like shipping area and a storage area and our beautiful studio. Because right now we have, in this studio, we have a closet, a bathroom, storage, and then the studio. And then this new one, we have our storage room outside of the studio, which is nice. And then it's all right off the craft room, and then it's incredible. So we're putting in a really nice kitchen. And yeah, Courtney and I both have an office right beside each other. It's adorable. They're both kind of smaller than my office here. But to be honest, you guys know I am usually on camera or at Starbucks.
Or at Starbucks.
So I don't even need an office. I'm gonna have this one set up so we can all like film, you know, if we want to do screen share videos or design space videos, things like that.
This is
yay! Woohoo!
Look how
my
big!
gosh, I love it.
Can they see it all? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Crush
think?
it.
I love it.
Such a big result
I know.
for not a lot of work.
Not honestly, not.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's
not.
incredible.
Yeah.
I love it. It is so fun. So yay, oh my gosh, what did you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. This is an amazing project to make and sell.
Oh, absolutely. You could do both of these designs would sell like crazy on Etsy right now.
One of the things that we're working on behind the scenes is our amazing personalization listings. You guys have been asking, if you're in passive earners, you've been asking for personalization listings. We are about to release the curriculum, and we have been doing some personalization testing ourselves.
Yes.
It is super fun. We're really excited. If you are in passive earners, we have a special upgrade opportunity. If you want private coaching with us, we're having an enrollment at the end of the Etsy Effect. So at the very end of the day, we'll share more about that. If you come to Etsy Effect, if you're curious about the opportunity of Etsy, so awesome.
Yes.
I mean, your shop's had over 100 sales. Sadie's shop has over 1,000 sales. Both of our case studies, we posted Sarah's 2 weeks ago, hundreds of sales. Jared's this week, his shop's had 400 sales. Sadie's had over 1,000 now. And then we're hosting one Monday with a friend of the show, Beth Fitzgibbon. So excited for her.
She is popping on Etsy.
Yeah, I know how much revenue. I don't know how much she shared on hers, but I know personally what she's been able to do. And like, it is just incredible.
Yeah.
So if you're curious about the opportunity on Etsy, it is so, like, this is the best year ever to dive in. I'm so thankful for like just the opportunity, and like I just want you all to be able to come to the conference. It's $27. Just sit back and enjoy and consume. And I have been making these preparation trainings. There's been 2 so far. We have 1 more to go. So incredible.
Do you think they should watch those before?
Yeah, the goal is for you all to watch the prep trainings before the conference on Thursday, and then consume the conference. It's gonna be 4 amazing classes. It's gonna be such a great transformation for you to see what's available, and the ticket's $27. So super fun. But if you're in passive earners, I think personalization is one of the best things to do and focus in on with your private coach. It is interesting getting your personalization listings up, so just be prepared for that. If you've tried to do it, you already know it's like a lot more work.
It's a little intimidating too.
On
but
the front
it's
end,
not that bad, right?
But there's far few less people doing it.
Yes.
So there's a lot more upside. So if you need help doing that, I highly recommend check your email. Be sure to apply and talk to someone on our team, because you get a little special upgrade if you want to get upgraded before that offer goes away at the end of the month. So if you're an existing passive earner student, you want to get upgraded, get in there. The results that we've been seeing in our private group with the private coaching. Oh my gosh, you get a one-on-one coach. I have 3 or 4 people specifically that I've seen their transformation in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
People that have struggled to sell at all on Etsy before, and then as soon as they get paired with that one-on-one coach, they like flourish, and they are really getting action. We give you a brand guide, we do your logo. The brand guides are so good that they're rolling out and like unbelievable. So anyway, we have so much fun happening. April is like our month to talk about Etsy here on the channel or selling their crafts. And I love teaching people to sell their crafts because then you get to craft more.
Right.
So it's selfish. Yeah, it's so fun. Love it, love it, love it. What time does the conference start on Thursday? It's 11 a.m. Eastern. Will the new Canva features be updated on the digital design for creative course? Here's the thing. A lot of the new features aren't really related to how we use Canva as creatives. There's a lot of AI integration, there's a lot of data integration, there's a lot of numbers integration. So of course we will update that curriculum as we see fit and as we roll out the new features of Canva and use them, if we deem it to be necessary, of course. But from we both watched it. Is there any particular things that you're...
The only thing that I would see even as a creative using it for would be like generating AI images. Their AI software is like totally leveled up from what it was, because before you were using apps and now it's integrated into the interface. So it's a lot easier.
Yeah, there's some really interesting things that I am doing with AI and that we want you guys to do with AI. So I'm actually wearing a hat from a super secret influencer dinner I was invited to with some who's of the industry. They gave me this hat at the dinner.
Went to this dinner, all I got was the hat.
They fed me some good food. Yeah. It was a great conversation. But anyway, we're gonna work on like some trainings for AI. It's gonna be really fun.
Yes, I'm excited. I've been loving some AI. Brooks is into AI. I'm into it. Courtney's really into it too.
Yeah, I talked to them about this AI and I feel like I'm 50 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like not.
Brooks will like, I'll get here first thing in the morning. He's like, let me show you what I learned. Let me show you what I learned.
He's on it. He is on it. I'm like, bruh, this is crazy. So anyway, grab a ticket to Etsy Effect if you're ready to see the possibility of what could happen when you allow your small business to be on Etsy. So awesome. I love getting to hang out with you guys. It is so fun. So yay, love it, love it, love it. So fun. If you guys need any help, be sure to reach out. hi@makersgonnalearn.com. Under and over it, my mother-in-law wanted to get a new machine. We're debating staying with Cricut, switching to another brand. There's so many machines out there. If you love your Cricut, stay with Cricut. If you feel comfortable on Cricut, stay with Cricut.
Yes, 10 out of 10.
Don't feel like you have to, unless you're frustrated. Like, we still love our Cricut.
Yeah.
We're exploring other machines for other possibilities.
Right.
Like, it's not like replacing Cricut.
It's like a different, it's like apples to oranges.
Yeah. Like, you eat both.
Yeah.
Like my
you enjoy them for different reasons.
Yes. But you have a favorite.
Yeah.
Like bananas. I love bananas. And then like probably raspberries, but then strawberries.
I love kiwis.
Oh, I love a good kiwi.
I love a kiwi.
So good. Okay, this has been so much fun. We will see you back here next week and hope to see you at the Etsy Effect. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.